What's up guys, it's me, Nahla Rae, and today I'm going to be telling you guys my top 5 favorite book series and why. In general, book videos have been a very requested idea on this channel, so I really hope you guys like this video. Please let me know if you have any other book related videos as well. Coming in at number 5, we have The Selection by Kiera Cass. It's set in a dystopian, I think it's like really far in the future, and it's a romance book, obviously. By the way, this is the only romance series on this list, so if you want another video dedicated to my favorite romance series, please let me know because I have a lot. In this book, this girl gets picked by a prince to go to their castle. This prince picks 35 girls, I'm pretty sure, to go to his castle. He picks which one becomes the next princess. So she gets there and, okay, I can't spoil that much, but she gets there and she's like, I'm different from everybody else, which most of the time I don't like when main characters are like that, but I actually really like her as an MC. I don't know why. She's a little bit of a pick-me from what I remember. She's a little, I'm not like other girls. But it's just something about this book really reels me in. There is a love triangle, obviously. That's one of the things I don't like about this book, is that there's a love triangle, because from the very first page you can tell who she's supposed to be with, if you have a brain, obviously, and I do. There's one man for her and his name is definitely not. But anyways, I love this series. Literally read these. I stayed up till like 12 a.m. to read the sequel series the next day. I will say I do not like the sequel series, and there's two reasons for that actually. MC, annoying as heck. She's like her mother. She's a pick-me. This series is about her daughter and going through the whole picking from 35 girls but flipped. So she's the princess and she's picking from 35 boys to be her prince. But she's so annoying. She's such a pick-me. She makes me so mad. She makes me so mad, and then she doesn't pick the guy. Once again, another love triangle. Well, technically it's a love whatever shape has 36 sides, because that's how many guys there are for her. The original series is amazing. I love the way she writes. I love the way she describes emotion, I guess, and kind of like all the girls in this book, they're also like, because obviously there's 35 girls, they're also like, they all have their own personalities. They're not just like copy paste of one another, and I really like that. I like the drama, and it's not just a romance, obviously that's the main point, but there's also like, is it a war? There's some stuff going on. There's a whole system, there's a poverty. It's a dystopian book, but I really like this series. I would just recommend this series if you like books where romance is the main thing, but there's a little bit of something on the side. And if you like love triangles or love decahedrons or whatever they're called. Coming in at number 4, I have Cuba the Lost Cities by Shannon Messenger. Now this one's a doozy, guys. Okay, this is about a girl and she's like super smart, okay? She's like, Stanford wanted her to go to their college when she was like 12, okay? But her mom was like, no, you can't do that. You're not moving out of San Diego. Like, go off, I guess. But the beginning of this book makes me so mad because I hate the beginning of this book. And she gets told by this like boy, this perfect looking boy, by the way, according to her. And he's like, you're an elf. And then she's like, what the heck? No, I'm not. And they like almost get killed by a car or something. I don't know. No spoilers. That wasn't really a spoiler. You'll get there if you read 2 pages into the book. That also has nothing to do with the plot. I'm so good at describing books, guys. She's an elf, and this whole story is about the elves and how there's like multiple people and they all want to kill each other. It's a fantasy with a side plot of romance that eventually turns into a like half and half plot that eventually just turns into the main plot, basically. The reasons I like this book: 1, it was like my first big series I got into after Harry Potter. 2, they're still coming out with new books. I guess that's a reason to not like it too. 3, kind of like the way she writes. And not all of the characters are extremely annoying. Only some of them. The reason this book is on this list is because it's nostalgic for me. It's the same way that Haley Pham, her favorite series is Twilight. People don't like this series because it's good. People like the series because they started reading it in 3rd grade and now they can't stop. Anyways, I would recommend this if you liked, I don't know. I would recommend this if you liked Legend Bone's really good. It kind of is similar to this. Legend Bone is a little bit Legend Bone. How do you say it? Legend Bone. Okay guys, I have a speech impediment. This is not my fault. Oh, by the way, this book is once again it goes from like a love line to a triangle to a square to a triangle to a line to a triangle to a line to a octagon. Shannon does not like to make it easy. This is on here for nostalgic reasons. This is not on here because I'm like, this book, you have to read it, you have to read it. No, I do make my friends read this though, because I'm like, I need you to understand what I'm going through when I say I need her to date Keith and not Fitz. Coming in at number 3 is an amazing book series by one of my favorite authors. This is the wrong book. Okay guys, The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I love this book so much. I love this series. I love her writing. I love this author. Let me explain to you guys how I got into this series first. I read The Naturals. The Naturals is so good. Oh my gosh. Once again, there's a love triangle. And almost all of her books, there's a love triangle. I will say that. I read The Naturals, and I read that series in like a day. And I was like, okay, so this is fire. Then I saw this at Target. And my life changed. This book, oh my gosh. So it's about this girl. She's super poor. She's living in her car with her sister because her dad's a deadbeat. Her mom is dead. She gets a call her school calls her or whatever, and she's like, you need to go to this dead guy's funeral, or this will reading or whatever. And in the will, guess what it says, guys? Guess what it says, guys? If she stays at this house, at the Hawthorne house, for the next year, with exceptions, like exceptions included or whatever, she will win his entire fund, which he's like the richest guy on this planet. He was before he died. He was like the richest guy. His will is $46.2 billion. Yeah, exactly. Anyways, in this house there's 4 brothers. Nash, which he's pretty cool. They're all good actually. I like them all. I even like Grayson, except he's just annoying. There's Nash, he's the oldest one. He's like low-key a cowboy. And oh, by the way, the main girl's name is Avery. I'm so bad at explaining books. The main girl's name is Avery. Her manager is his ex-fiance. Yeah, man. Okay, then there's Grayson. He's like super stoic, and he's like, I'm the heir. I'm the skibbity toilet. And then there's Jameson, who is obviously the better one out of Jameson and Grayson, because I hate Grayson. I don't hate Grayson. I just really don't like him. There's a love triangle between Grayson and Jameson and Avery. Like with Avery, not with each other because that's illegal. Alexander, who's probably the best one out of all of them. We're gonna be so for real. This basically does this. There's a ton of riddles. People like to try and kill them. This also has a sequel series. The original series has three books, and I love getting her books in special edition because they're so beautiful. I say that like I have any. I wanted the special edition of this one. I'm gonna put it over here. It was beautiful, but I did not have any money. Okay, so the next 2 are tied with each other. Coming in at number 1 or 2, I'm undecided. The man, the myth, the legend, Hunger Games. These books are so amazing. I feel like everybody's heard of them. So many people have read them. I read these in 4th grade, and I remember being so obsessed. I vividly remember sitting on my couch in 4th grade during Thanksgiving break, and my mom asking me, hey, how many pages do you have left? And I was like, 40, I think. And she's like, oh, so you think it's gonna take you like 20 more minutes? And then I finished in like 10 minutes, I think. She's like, you didn't read all that. I did. I'm just a fast reader. Anyways, I love this book so much. I don't think you guys understand how good she writes so well. Her characters are so well written and so unique, and like you can tell that these people would have made these choices if they were real. It's just such a good book. Oh my god, I love the series. For those of you who don't know what happened in the Hunger Games, it's a dystopia. Every single year, the Capitol, which is like the big place, it's like the place with all the government, so kind of like the White House, it hosts a game where they take 2 people from each district. There's 12 districts. Katniss and Peeta, I love Peeta, are from District 12. They take 2 kids, 1 girl, 1 boy from each district, and they send them to an arena to kill each other for 1 winner. They do this to keep them like not rebellious, and also to keep them from like not being able to overthrow the Capitol, and to keep the Capitol people happy so that they don't overthrow the Capitol people either. I cannot tell you how many. This is like a monthly reread, and I don't mean this book, I mean the entire series is like a monthly reread for me. I don't know what to read, or I'm like in a reading slump. Specifically Hunger Games Catching Fire too. And the plot twist, it's like you kind of know they're gonna happen. It's like it happens, and it's like, so that's why that happened. It's not, oh, because there's a difference between a plot twist being, oh my god, because there's a difference between a plot twist being like, oh, I didn't know that was gonna happen, and it not really and it just being surprised. And there's a difference from a plot twist happening and being like, so that's why that happened. And those are the type of plot twists she has in her book. They're so good. If you guys have watched the movies and you're basing your opinion of the Hunger Games off the movie, stop. The movies have nothing on these books. The movies take, oh, by the way, there's a love triangle of these. I feel like everybody knows that. They take the love triangle and they run with it. Read the books. Please read the book. Please read these books. Please read these books. Please read these books. She's such a good author, and everything she writes is amazing. And then coming in at number 1 is Percy Jackson. Yeah, is anybody surprised? I don't think so. Percy Jackson's about this dude, and he gets claimed as a demigod. And he goes on these quests, and people, like, monsters try and kill him. And he's just like, not my thing, man. Dying is not my cup of tea. So he does it. There's, like, low-key a little bit of romance in it. There's not a love triangle, though, thankfully. I mean, there kind of is in the first book, but, like, not really. Rick Rye Overton is such a good writer. I love everything he's written. I have a whole shelf dedicated to him out there, and I can only fit like one more book on it, which is really sad because whenever he comes out with a new book, I like get the normal edition and then the special edition, and if possible the signed edition. I've also met Rick Rye Overton. I went to his author meet and I got signed Chalice of the Gods books. And I'm just so obsessed with Percy Jackson. It's such a good series. It's a mythology. It's Greek mythology. And then the sequel series, there's a lot of series connected. There's 5. So, Percy Jackson, Greek mythology. Heroes of Olympus is Greek and Roman. And then, what is it? Magnus Chase, which is my second favorite series in his book series things. Percy Jackson, my favorite first, is Norse mythology, like Loki and Freya, Odin and Valhalla and stuff. And Kane's Chronicles is, if I'm not wrong, Egyptian mythology. Trials of Apollo, I'm pretty sure it's just like Greek or Roman, I don't know. They're all so amazing. I'm so obsessed with these books. I quite literally have this series in 3 different covers. I have it in this cover, which is my least favorite out of all of them. We're gonna be so for real. It's like, these match the Chalice of the Gods books though, that series. And then I have the original covers. Except for the first book. I don't have the first book in original covers. I really gotta get that. The hardcover original cover books. I have those. And they are my prized possessions because they were like my first time reading these. I got those books, like cray. And then I have a special edition that like my mom bought on Etsy or something. They have sprayed edges. They're all signed by him. They're like gold foil, leather bound. They have like the metallic little hinges. And then I have that's the set I have too. The one I don't have is the one with all the buildings and the lightning bolts. And then I also have, I think, the illustrated book. And then I have the book with the first book from each series. And I think I also have 9 Tales from the 9 Worlds, or I rented it. I also have Daughter of the Deep and like his other books. I love Daughter of the Deep. Anyways, I would recommend these books if you like any of his other books, if you like mythology, or if you like, where is it? If you like The Shadow Warrior. I don't know if anybody's ever read that, but I love that book so much. I think there's a sequel to it, and I just never got it. But that one's Norse mythology, I'm pretty sure. But, oh, no, you know what I have? I have Percy Jackson Greek Gods book. That's the one I have. But anyways, I'm just so obsessed with Rick Rye Overton's writing. It's so amazing. He's so good at mythology and he makes it like fun. Like, if you want your kid to read, I know a lot of moms watch my channel because they all came over from my mom's channel. If you want your kid to read, get him Percy Jackson. This is good for girls or boys too. Get them Percy Jackson. You know this is good when it has a boy main character and I'm still reading it. I hate books with boy main characters because they're so, not to be mean, they're so dumb. They're so dumb. They're so dumb. They're just, they make choices that I would never make. It's like, do we walk into this alley late at night with no lights on and nothing except the clothes on my body? Or do we go home through the well-lit path? And you're like, let's go home through the well-lit path. And then the character goes, no, let's go through the alleyway. Yeah, let's go through the alleyway. Like, let's not go through the alleyway, guys. Anyways, though, guys, that was me talking about books for like 10 minutes. That was like 30 minutes of footage, but I'm probably gonna edit it down to like 10 minutes. Please let me know if you guys have read any of these books, if you have any recommendations, and if you have read any of these series, please let me know. 1, which series is your favorite, and 2, which book from that series is your favorite, because like in all these series I have a favorite. So let me know if you enjoyed this video, and if you have any other book related videos you want me to do, or not book related videos. I know there's a couple of holidays coming up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video because I really enjoyed making it, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Bye bye. Also, before the video ends, I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by December 31st of 2025. So please hit that subscribe button.